In today's episode, Crystal will continue her shea butter series by showing you how she keeps her younger daughter's hair moisturized in between washes. Crystal's model for today will be her younger daughter, whose hair texture is pink for moisture retention, blue for shrinkage, and purple for density. So if you recall from our last video, I did my daughter's freshly washed hair into two large French braids, and I turned that hairstyle into this one in between washes, and I'm going to show you exactly how right now. So first things first, every single time my younger daughter goes into the shower or takes a bath, I let her saturate her hair with water. Okay, and so that might sound kind of crazy, but remember, my daughter's moisture retention is extremely low. Okay, it's actually pink, which means that her hair does not hold on to moisture for a very long period of time. So the first thing that you need to do, especially if your child has very low moisture retention, is to make sure that you really wet their hair. And I think the best time to do that is just while they're in the shower. Just let them go wild. Don't put a shower cap on. Just let them soak their hair. Okay, so I'm doing that finger detangling that I mentioned to you guys earlier. Now you can do a combination of sort of smoothing down the hair as well as pulling the tangles apart from each other. Now to create this look, all I did was I took those two large French braids and then I parted them into smaller sections. Again, you don't want the sections to be too small because then you're going to have the problem of pulling on your child's hair, which is going to really hurt in terms of growth and hair retention, especially on those ends, which are extremely sensitive. The way that I flat twist her hair for this style is exactly the same as the way I flat twisted it for the style in the last episode. Okay, so again, I take a small section of hair in my left hand, hold it down while I take another small section of hair in my right hand and bring that section of hair over the section of hair that I have in my left hand. I do that until I get to the base of her hair, of her head rather, and then I continue on two-strand twisting until the end. And throughout the entire process, I make sure that my hands have a little bit of shea butter on them at all times, my fingers, and I also make sure that I really focus that shea butter application onto the ends as I go. And this just really helps as far as stretching is concerned, because the more stretched their hair is, the easier it is to detangle later, and it just helps with length and actually being able to see some of the length that they have. I just use some clips just to keep the hair out of the way and stretch until I am done. So now I'm going to show you guys that two-strand flat twist technique again, close up and on the other side. So again, I'm just sort of making sure the hair is completely smoothed out, detangled. You can use a comb if you want to, but really try to do as much as you can with your hands first. Then as I get that hair smooth, I'm going to take two small sections in each one of my hands. And I'm just holding down one section as I bring the other section over it. And just make sure you're going in the same direction the whole entire time. And then again, two-strand twist until you get to the end. I absolutely love this hairstyle, and this was our go-to style for several months just because it is so easy to go back in and touch it up if I need to. If one in the front gets kind of fuzzy, because as I was telling you all before, she refuses to wear a scarf at night, so her hair gets really fuzzy. So if something gets fuzzy or I need to touch it up, it's just so easy just to go in and just focus on the twists that have come undone. So once I finish her entire head, I just let her sit for a few minutes longer, finish up whatever episode that she's watching or movie that happens to be on to keep her distracted, and then I'll do whatever I need to do and come back to take the clips out. The main thing that I would like for all of you to take away from this video is that in between washes, keeping the hair moist is super duper important, and you need to really gauge how often you need to be wetting your child's hair and applying some kind of shea butter or oil or leave-in conditioner based on the look and feel of your child's hair. If it still looks moist, leave it alone. If it's looking a little dry or feels a little dry, let them go in the shower like I said, or spritz their hair with water and reapply some shea butters to the ends. Thanks for watching, and I hope that helps. Next time on Confident Girls Beautiful Curls, I'll go over our brand new, absolute all-time favorite hairstyle, and I'll show you exactly how we achieve the look.